We start with necrophilia. Okay, fine, grave robbing, but with the enthusiasm of a necrophilia. Wade Wilson is literally digging up Hugh Jackman's rotting corpse from the perfect emotional ending of Logan 2017. Why? Because Disney bought 20th Century Fox and Kevin Feige wants that sweet, sweet nostalgia cast 2.5 of another years of mediocre Disney Plus shows. If you click away now, you are missing the single greatest opening credit dance sequence involving an adamantium femur ever committed to film. We are diving headfirst into the multiverse of madness that actually made money. You think you saw everything in the theater? You didn't. You are too busy screaming for Cavillrine. We're exposing the frame, the mouse, the house. Hope you would miss. And proving why this movie isn't just a cameo fest, it's a cry for help from the MCU. Wade finds out Wolverine is actually super duper dead, like dried jerky wrapped in metal dead. But the time Varian's authority shows up at the house of him to arrest him for timeline tampering. Wade responds by using Logan's remaining to turn the TVA Minuteman into abstract art. Keep your eyes peeled during this fight. There's a visual gag involving a specific part of Logan's anatomy that Disney somehow let slip past the censor. We will circle back to it. The violence here is stunning, a director rebuttal to everyone who worried the mouse ears would soften Deadpool edges. Data point 1. In fact, this opening sequence alone likely propelled the film to shatter the record for the biggest global opening for an R-rated movie ever, ranking in an $444 million worldwide in its first weekend. It's a statement. Blood sells. We jump back to 2018. Wade uses Cable's time device to apply for Avengers internship. He gets interviewed by Happy Hogan, Iron Man's glorified chauffeur. Happy rejects him. This rejection sends Wade into a midlife spiral. He hangs up the suit, sells used cars, wears a terrible toupee, and gets dumped by Vanessa because he lacks direction. It's basically the plot of every indie movie about a sad white guy, just with more sacred tissues. White matters. This scene isn't just a gag, it establishes Wade's core motivation. He wants to matter. It's also a meta commentary on Deadpool trying to join the secret timeline of the MCU and being told he is too messy for their polished brand. Cute to present day, Wade is miserable at the surprise party. I mean, at his surprise party. The TVA shows up, drags him to the null zone time,
Sitting here at the TVA, the Time Variance Authority.
and he meets Mr. Paradox, played by Matthew McFadden, doing the exact same performance he did in Succession, just with more sci-fi jargon.
Wilson to tell you.
Paradox tells Wade his universe, Earth 1000
I'm not a man of science.
10005, is decaying because its anchor being is dead. That anchor being was Logan.
Fuck that, you were the X-Man. The Wolverine.
Without him, the timeline slowly rots away. It's a brilliant metaphor. The Fox X-Men universe literally died when Hugh Jackman hung up the cross. We are not talking about the Phoenix here. Please don't try it here.
I would find a way.
Logan, you still have time.
Paradox offers to save Wade by moving him into the MCU, Earth 616, but plans to mercy kill Wade's home universe instantly using time report.
Superheroes that stand for something more than just fighting and wearing costumes.
The Wolverine. He's a hero in my world.
Knocks Paradox out, steals his gem pen, and goes multiversal hopping to steal a replacement Wolverine. The montage is pure fan service, uncut cocaine. We get comic accurate Sword King Wolverine. We get Patch in Madripoor. We got Old Man Logan, and then the moment that the theaters erupt.
Behind, you look a little bit like Henry. Oh my fuck! The Cavillrine. The legends are true.
Hidden detail. Notice when Deadpool meets Cavillrine, he says
We will treat you so much better than those shit fucks down the street.
that's a direct savage shot at Warner Bros. And how they fumbled Cavill as Superman. Wade eventually settles for the worst Wolverine, a drunk, self-loathing variant who let his entire X-Men team die. Wade drags him back to the TVA, but Paradox snaps and throws that both of them to the void. the MCU's cosmic garbage dump at the end of time. They led in The Void, its Mad Max film on a Marvel green screen budget. They immediately fight because that's what the marketing promised. Logan stabs Wade, Wade suits for Logan, it's foreplay for superheroes. During the brawl, they encounter Chris Evans. You think it's Captain America? I thought it was Captain America. It's Johnny Storm from the disastrous mid 2000s Fantastic Four movies. Those were something, at least for a child. This is the movie's core thesis. Nothing is too cringe to be recycled if you frame it right. They got captured by wasteland scavengers and taken to the base of the big dad Cassandra Nova. Cassandra Nova is Charles Xavier's evil twin sister who he strangled in the womb with his psychic powers because S-Men comics are insane. Did I say S-Men comics? X-Men comics. She rules the void and controls Elliot, the big smoke monster from Loki series. She reads mind, traumatizes Logan by digging up his failure, and then, in a moment of shocking brutality, she graphically skins Johnny Storm alive with a finger snap because he runs his mouth.
Eliath. Eliath is in this thing? From Loki season 1? You got this. Now that's a superhero landing. Avengers! Flame on! Sorry, what now? My hat's off to you, sir.
What?
Truly.
I don't.
Now, a lot of people complained right here. They asked why did Cassandra let them escape so easily? She's an Omega level mutant, she could have turned their brains into soups. It feels like a plot hole, right? Wrong. The official explanation supported by comic lore and director Sean Levy commentary is Cassandra's supreme arrogance. She is bored. She sees Xavier's children as toys to break psychologically, not physically. Killing them instantly isn't fun. Letting them run so she can crush their hope later, that's her jam. It's not lazy writing, it's character driven narcissism. They escape and meet Nice Pool, Ryan Reynolds with a man bun and zero facial scarring. And the real star of the movie, Darkpool. They find the Resistance hideout and there,
What I told you about.
the next 4 minutes contains more meta jokes about failed movie franchises than the entire runtime of Space Jam 2. We meet Elektra, Jennifer Garner bringing back Daredevil 2002 PTSD, Blade, Wesley Snipes looking cooler than a 61 than I ever will, and Gambit, Channing Tatum finally getting to play the role he spent a decade trying to get made. Hidden detail, when Deadpool sees Blade, he makes a joke about how Punisher variants are all over the place.
I'm already in the void. I'm not trying to get canceled again.
I don't like you.
You never did. And who's this?
This is a deep cut referencing the fact that Thomas Jane 2004 Punisher played a nameless resistance fighter in an early draft of this script, and also Ray Stevenson, Punisher, Warzone, passed away before filming. But the real gag here is the tension between Ryan Reynolds and Wesley Snipes, dating back to Blade Trinity. Deadpool saying, "You never liked me."
Was not expecting to see you here. Thought you were, retired.
Channing Tatum. His Cajun accent is incomprehensible. It sounds like Tom Hardy doing Bane while gargling marvels, and it's absolutely perfect. The joke is that nobody understands him, reflecting how audiences never got Gambit enough to warrant a solo film. They decide to attack Cassandra's base. Why? Because we need a third act. They want to force her to use Doctor Strange's sling ring, which she obviously has, to send them home. The fight is glorious chaos. Gambit finally gets to charge cards and blow step up. Blade still ice skate uphill. X-23, Daphne Keane all grown up, puts her sunglasses on, signaling it's morning time. Deadpool and Wolverine fight a variant of the Russian. They manage to put Juggernaut's helmet on Cassandra to block her powers. Wade convinces Cassandra to open a portal back to Earth 10005. I got it right. By appealing to the one tiny shred of Xavier in her DNA. She agrees, but back in the TVA paradox, the slimy middle manager decides to prune Cassandra anyway. She decides to hook herself up to the Time Reaper and destroy all timelines out of this pit. It's a very, if I can't have it, no one can toddler mentality, but with cosmic consequences. Cassandra's threat here is multiversal wall level. She's threatening the sacred timeline that Loki is currently holding together at the end of the time. This connects Deadpool directly to the highest stake in the current MCU phase. Wade and Logan jump through the portal back to Earth 1005, but they are blocked by Deadpool Corps, an army of bizarre Deadpool variants paid by the merchandising department. We got Ladypool, voiced by Blake Lively because nepotism is fun, Headpool, Nathan Fillion, Kidpool, and Babypool. I mean, the whole family of Ryan Lords. The ensuing fight scene is one a single continuous tracking shot. Watch how the camera moves. It's designed to hide the stunt double swaps for Reynolds and Jackman. It's seamless. Wade and Logan realizes they can't talk their way out of this. They have to fight. They slaughter 100 Deadpools in a sequence, set Madonna like a prayer. Your subtlety is for cowards. It's a ballad of dismemberment. They eventually realize that Deadpools have regenerative factors and won't stay dead. Peter shows up in his Hydra Bob costume and everyone stops fighting because everybody loves Peter. He's the true anchor being of our hearts. The rest of the Time Reaper paradox says the only way to stop is to create a matter/antimatter circuit using their body, which will vaporize anyone who tries. It's a suicide mission. Wade finally finding his purpose locks Logan out of the room to sacrifice himself. He starts melting. It's genuinely grotesque. But this Logan, the worst Wolverine, finally steps up. He smashes through the door and grabs Wade's hand. They shares the load. This is the emotional core of the movie. The imagery of holding hands while being ripped apart by energy is direct visual reference to the climax of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, where the Guardians share their power stone. But it also mirrors a specific X-Men comic panel which says that heroes link hand to channel Phoenix energy. It's the moment where it stops being a joke and Logan stops being the failure. They become X-Men. They overload the machine. Cassandra Nova turns into a cosmic dust. The dust players, they survive because their combined regeneration factors are just that broken. Hunter B-15 and Loki shows up, arrest Paradox, and reveal that Wade and Logan's sacrifice generated so much heroic energy that it stabilized Earth 1005. I missed 10. Logan is the new anchor being. Wade managed to save his world and get his girl. The movie ends with a Sorma style scene of the gang eating together. The tradition started by Joss Whedon in The Avengers has become a staple. But here it signifies the Fox characters finally being allowed a seat in the MCU table. So, what did we learn? We learned that you can resurrect a dead franchise if you apply enough lubrication and R-rated language. We learned that Channing Tatum deserves a dialect coach and an apology. But mostly, we learned that this movie wasn't just a cash grab. It was a love letter to messy, weird era of superhero movies before everything else to connect a Disney Plus series. I love that. The solution I promised at the start, the real meaning of the film isn't the cameos, it's in the garbage. The void is where Hollywood throws its mistakes. Deadpool Wolverine proved that sometimes the mistakes are the best part. Now here's the real now here's the real value proposition. If you manage to spot the other Juggernaut helmet in the background of the void before I mentioned it, you have eyes like hawk. But if you just want to know why Thor was crying in the future vision paradox wait sword, you need to watch our next video where we break down the lead storyboard that explains the entire plan of Secret Wars. Click here because unlike the Fox universe, your free time doesn't regenerate. Hey, this was here and you just watch screen speculation. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.